What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seen the title was going down. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. I definitely apologize about my voice. If y'all hear me cough, if y'all hear me sneeze, I apologize. We do have, a 2-year-old daughter. Has gotten everybody sick. I don't know. I don't know. As far as y'all, if y'all have little kids or whatever, but y'all know when little kids get sick, they cough, they sneeze, anything on you. Oh, it's all, you already know it's over with. You know it's over with. I literally, and you taking care of them. They laying on you, they crying on you. They're messed. You're a parent. You know what I mean? So definitely got sick. Her mother is sick. Her mother actually got sick first, and I didn't think I was gonna get sick because all I do is eat a lot of fruits and stuff like that. I don't really take medicine. And knock on wood, I haven't. I don't know. I ain't gonna say it's not that bad, but it's there. Her sister is sick, as well as her Gigi, and a couple other folks. So yeah, I definitely apologize for that. But anyways, definitely had to, and glad I know I took a day off. Had basketball practice yesterday for the little ones, and have it again literally in an hour. So I definitely wanted to put out this video. Definitely wanted to put out this video and let y'all know. And for the people that say, I don't want to hear about your personal life, you can easily skip or don't watch the video. Because that's something that I always do. I always want to do that. I feel like it's definitely important. That's why a lot of times, when I do go on live, I let y'all know what's going around and what's going on. I think I always want it to be, and it's, it's not a nosy thing. It's just letting you know what's going on. I feel like it's definitely lit. But y'all have it right here. Ilhan Omar losing it on President Trump. Says 47 comments about criminal Somalis being garbage. Really rattled on her. Check out what Ilhan Omar has to say, y'all.
He's always been a racist, a bigot, a xenophobic, and Islamophobic. We know that he called African nations a shithole in his first administration. We know that when he came down that escalator, he said he was going to stop Muslim immigration into this country. And so it is not surprising that he is going after black immigrants in this country. And it's certainly not surprising that he's choosing a black immigrant community that is also Muslim. But what I would like to say is that most of us are citizens. On our passport, it says we are nationals of this country. We love that Minnesota has welcomed us. Many of us have not been settled in Minnesota. We chose it as a home because the Minnesota people and the state is beautiful and very welcoming, and we are going to be here regardless of what the president has to say.
Well, I don't think so. And I say this, and I have a couple things to say. The first thing is, I don't like how, obviously, Minnesota's in the United States, but at the same time, she doesn't ever acknowledge when it comes or talk about or say that she loves the United States, or say that it's always, okay, yeah, I have this love for Minnesota. You know why she has that love for Minnesota? She has that love for Minnesota because, again, that Somali community is in Minnesota. The reason on why they're, it's so welcoming and this, that, and the other, again, because of the Somali community. They're trying to change everything once it comes down to it. They're literally trying to make it as Somalia. And people are starting to see that. Although there are, citizens, people that has actually been there, people that actually took the correct steps to be there. It is. And I absolutely love that. I'm not about to sit here and be a person that's like, oh, yeah, everyone needs to go. That's not, because that's not, obviously how things work. You did it the right way, the legal way. And, there's people that's been here, not, no crime, no nothing. There's a lot of individuals. There's literally a full apartment building with different gangs in it. And you mean to tell me that they think everything is just beautiful and nice? No, it's not. It's not at all. I'm telling y'all. This Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Ilhan Omar. Check out what he has to say, y'all.
Obviously, he's got a lot of egg on his face. It's a big scandal. But I'll tell you, I'm watching the clip of Ilhan Omar. This is somebody that fled this, terrible country, no rights. And then she comes to the United States and uses our freedoms to try to make us more like the country she fled. How the hell does that make any sense? And why did we, over many decades as a government, obviously, not me or current Trump administration, but what had happened to bring in so many people who really don't necessarily want to assimilate. And I think some of these candidates who run there talk about they're not America first, but Somali first. So it's really a failure of the elites in this country how they've handled immigration, particularly by putting Americans last.
Well, they say it's racist if you say that all these Somalis stole $1 billion.
Yeah, that the race card is what they're trying to do to evade accountability. You know, they'll say you're racist. They'll say you're, quote, Islamophobic. If you question why some of these folks have no interest in assimilating into American society. And I think people, particularly in Republican side and the conservative side, you know, I think we're beyond where they can just sling the race card out and people should be scared of that. That's what they'll do. That's their default. But I don't think people are buying it anymore.
At all. I'm telling y'all. And there's been a lot of individuals that's been constantly calling it out. Definitely calling it out. This is Somali Minnesota State Senator. Check out this, y'all.
State Senator Zaida Mohammed says these attacks won't stop with Somalis, and their contributions can't easily be erased.
We are in every industry, and Minnesota would not be able to survive nor thrive without the Somali community here.
State Senator Zaida Mohammed.
So, literally just said Minnesota will not be able to survive nor thrive without a Somali community here. So now they're pushing this as in we have this Somali community here. So everything about like this is like what do you call it? I guess like their slogan or whatever they got going on because of what everybody is saying that they need to, you know, go back to Somalia. So they're using this. Oh, well, basically, y'all need us. Definitely insane. Definitely insane. Check it out, Stephen Miller.
We've achieved everything we have as a country, and somehow, over 250 years, we've gotten where we are today, and we've done it all without the help of Somali refugees, which is really a testament. It's a testament to our skill as Americans.
Exactly.
And we have that segment coming right up.
And I literally had to put this clip in because this statement is true. We've built this country for over 250 years and somehow managed to do it without Somali refugees. Literally. I mean, that's just honestly as real as it gets. It's honestly as real as it gets. And it's not trying to, you know, throw shade or anything. It's just real. It's truly real. I'm so tired of people, oh, yeah, well, they need us. They need us here. I feel like it's more than that. I definitely feel like it's more than that when it comes down to it. Again, it's no acknowledgement to, you know, America whatsoever. It's all about, you know, and that's literally what the left always trying to make sense. It's more so about let's divide. And I'm telling y'all, it's sickening. Definitely sickening.
Do you feel more comfortable living under American law, or do you feel more comfortable living under Sharia law?
Sharia law. I'm a Muslim. I prefer Sharia law. Right. Sharia law, yes.
You prefer Sharia law over American law?
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
And do you find most of your friends feel the same way?
Yeah, of course. If you're Muslim, yeah.
He can make his daughter marry somebody.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. He has the authority, you know?
The authority to do that.
Yeah, to do that, yeah.
So here, how young do you think it's okay?
Yeah, 15.
Is it right to kill somebody who insults Muhammad?
Oh.
Yeah, because she is just, she hid the religion, I understand. But
15, bro? I'm sorry, y'all. This is my first time seeing y'all. I told y'all I like watching videos with y'all. 15 years old?
She shouldn't pick up the prophet, you know?
So you understand why people would want to attack her?
Yeah.
If you had a choice, would you rather live here or would you rather live in the Muslim country?
I'd rather live in a Muslim country with my people.
Would you prefer to live in America or prefer to live in Somalia?
For me, I think it's Somalia.
I would rather live in Somalia.
I'm not Americanized. I just speak fluent, and you know what I mean? I'm articulate, and I can articulate what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? That's about it. But other than that, I mean, as far as my culture and my preferences and everything, it's still Somali, you know what I mean?
Even though here you have all the freedom and stuff like that?
And even though I have all the freedom.
Do you think life might be better in Somalia than here?
Because now you have the freedom of it, of practicing your religion.
Right.
Well,
So why they don't go back to Somalia? I'm not even trying to be mean. Like, why don't they go back to Somalia? If they honestly feel like, oh, yeah, Somalia is better in America, like, y'all literally have to be lying to yourselves. Like, I truly know, we know what the answer is about that. But I'm just saying, like, if you feel so bad about America, why you come? I mean, literally. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, why come? Like, you might as well just go back to Somalia. That's wild. Said it's better. That's actually wild. Well, you have it here. This is residents. Literally, a dad and his son. It's either a dad and his son or, you know, a dad or older brother and younger brother. I'm not really sure. But regardless, whoever it is.
Do you guys think St. Cloud has been taken over by Somalis?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about the Somali takeover?
Get out.
I don't know.
You don't want him here?
I mean, we can't.
I mean, I'm fine with them. It's just that, like, it's like overpopulated.
Do you feel like they're going to eventually overpopulate the Americans here?
Yeah, they definitely will.
And did you guys vote for them to come here? As far as, like, did you guys have to pass any legislation in order to receive them?
No.
In your personal opinion, what's the biggest issue with them being here inside of you guys' city?
Driving. It's always a car crash for no reason.
Robbing people.
Yeah, definitely crime. Pirates.
And the correlation between the Somalis and Muslims, are the majority of them all Muslims?
Yeah.
So 10 years from now, do you guys think the Somalis will be the majority here?
Yeah, definitely.
And again, this is literally a resident, you know, in Minnesota. And they're clearly trying to take over Minnesota. Everyone sees it. Everyone sees it. I'm telling y'all, definitely sickening. Definitely sickening. Check it out from this woman right here.
Come see Columbus, Ohio, fraud investigators. If you go to the government-assisted housing areas, you will find that most of the housing is Somalians. I would say about 80% of the government-assisted housing in Columbus is occupied by Somalians. And the parking lot is occupied with a whole bunch of brand new cars. And the women walking around have designer purses with EBT cards, and they have Apple iPhones stuck up in their hijabs. Yeah. And then go to the businesses that are owned by the men. Because see, what happens is when you have a restaurant or when you have a little corner store and you have a couple of wives and you only have to claim one, then that means the other wives get EBT cards. And you can use those EBT cards to buy food for your store or your restaurant.
That is insane. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Or what you can do is you can get a home health aid company. And then you only hire Somalians to work the home health aid. And what you do is you just make sure their paperwork looks right. It don't have to be right, but you just make sure it looks right. And then you send them off for those home health aid jobs. Y'all don't want to talk about fraud.
So they literally like doing they doing some crazy stuff. It makes me think about it. I truly think, and I you remember when I said I feel like it's a lie that they dislike America. I truly feel they dislike America. I feel like they dislike America, and they feel like they have, and I know this is about to sound bad, but they feel like they have more so of a better opportunity for fraud and to do things, you know, in a bad way. Obviously, you see how many people, you know, when it comes in, obviously, you got people that's catching them and doing this and doing that, but they're getting away with a lot still. And that's exactly why there's things that need to be handled when it comes down to it. There's a lot that need to be handled when it comes down to it, because there's a lot. When I say a lot of money. I didn't even think about that. To use the EBT to buy groceries for the store. Like I'm telling y'all, that is some wild stuff. This is some wild stuff. I'm telling y'all, check it out, Randy Fine.
Well, it's worse than that. My understanding, a lot of the fraud was for fake autism claims. So literally, you're making up fake diseases in children,
everything,
to get money from U.S. taxpayers that then you send in remittances to Somalia to terrorists. It is disgusting. We allowed these people to come to our country. They have disrespected it over and over and over again. They feel entitled to it, and we need to strip their citizenships, and we need to send them all home.
Y'all see it. Y'all see it. It's President Trump on Somalians. One thing about it, he's definitely, going to make some stuff happen, because I feel as if it's a lot of things that's happening that really truly shouldn't be. All I see when I get on X is everything that has to do with Minnesota, even with Tim Walz. Check it out.
The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, has
Starting with Tim Walz.
saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief.
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also
I
saying
wouldn't be
he
proud to
might.
have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. That's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, You have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent. Walz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country. And all they do is complain, complain, complain. You have her. She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with, go back to your own country and figure out your Constitution. All she does is complain about this country. Without this country, she would not be in very good shape. She probably wouldn't be alive right now. So Somalia is considered by many to be the worst country on earth. I don't know. I haven't been there. I won't be there anytime soon. I hope. But what Somalia, what...
If y'all know what he mean by that, y'all know what he mean.
I hope. But
I hope.
What Somalia, what the Somalian people have done to Minnesota is not even believable. It's not even believable. And a lot of it starts with the governor. A lot of it starts with Barack Hussein Obama, because that's when people started coming in. And you have to have people come in that are going to love our country, cherish our country. They want to kiss our country goodnight. They talk about our country. We want them to pray for our country. This is not the people living in Minnesota. And she's a disaster. She should not be, and her friends shouldn't be allowed. Frankly, they shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople, okay? They shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople because they don't represent the interests of our country.
At all. At all. And a lot of people are clearly seeing that. There's so many people that are posting videos, sharing their thoughts on what, the Somali community has done, and people aren't happy. People are truly not happy about this. And, you definitely see it, I'm telling y'all, it's definitely sickening, especially, when it comes to, feeding kids, feeding the elderly, when it comes to, lying, claiming their kids, with the whole autism thing. I'm telling y'all, it's definitely bad news. But, when it comes to them, because I know for a fact President Trump does have a plan when it comes down to it, to make things happen. It's too loud. It's definitely getting too loud, and when it comes to Minnesota, and too bad. So definitely make sure y'all stay tuned. Let me know your comments, thoughts on this video. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.